Welcome to Module 1 of the ISAUnited Cybersecurity Controls Management course. At ISAUnited, we deeply believe in security by design, an approach that integrates security measures proactively into architecture and engineering from the outset. Throughout this course, you will learn how to effectively identify, implement, and validate cybersecurity controls, enhancing your organization's resilience to cyber threats. Cybersecurity controls defined. What exactly are cybersecurity controls? Cybersecurity controls are safeguards or countermeasures designed specifically to detect, prevent, or mitigate security risks. They serve as the building blocks for securing your organization's digital environment. There are three primary types of cybersecurity controls you'll regularly encounter. 1. Preventive controls. These are your first line of defense, designed to stop cybersecurity incidents before they happen. Think of access controls, firewalls, and secure configurations. 2. Detective controls. These controls identify incidents as they occur, such as intrusion detection systems and real-time monitoring tools. 3. Corrective controls. Finally, corrective controls respond after an incident occurs, including incident response protocols and disaster recovery procedures. Understanding these categories helps you select and implement the right control at the right time. Block versus plug concept. Block and plug controls. When implementing cybersecurity controls, it's helpful to consider two key concepts: block and plug. Blocking controls actively intercept and prevent threats from reaching your critical assets. For example, firewall rules block unauthorized access attempts in real time. On the other hand, plugging controls addresses vulnerabilities proactively. By plugging holes, you remove weaknesses in systems or configurations before attackers can exploit them. For example, regularly applying security patches or enforcing secure coding practices. Together, blocking and plugging controls provide comprehensive protection against cybersecurity threats. Block and plug, the three pillars of cybersecurity controls. Here, we bring the entire block and plug model into one quick reference table. Let's walk through it, left to right. Row 1, Preventive equals block. First, preventive controls, shown in bold green, work as the block pillar. Their primary goal is to prevent incidents before they occur. Classic examples are multi-factor authentication and well-tuned firewalls. Both create hard barriers that keep adversaries out at the very first touchpoint. Row 2, Detective equals plug, find. Next, we shift to the detective controls, highlighted in amber. Under ISAUnited terminology, they still fit the plug concept, but here, the plug is about finding the hole. Intrusion detection systems and CCMF analytics watch live traffic and alert us the moment something suspicious slips past our initial blocks. Row 3, Corrective equals plug fix. Finally, we have corrective controls, marked in blue. These also belong to the plug pillar, yet their mission is different, fixing the hole and recovering service. Think of off-site backups or an incident response runbook. Both minimize impact, close the breach, and restore operations. Key takeaway: block is your first strike prevention. Plug is a two-stage effort, detect and correct, that seals any gaps the attacker finds. Use color or icons, shield for block, wrench, or magnifier for plug, to keep this mental model clear every time you design or review an architecture. Why controls matter. Protecting CIA, confidentiality, integrity, availability. Why are cybersecurity controls so essential? Simply put, they're fundamental to protecting your organization's information and infrastructure. At their core, cybersecurity controls uphold three critical principles known as the CIA Triad. 1. Confidentiality. Controls ensure sensitive data is only accessible to authorized individuals. 2. Integrity. They safeguard the accuracy and completeness of your data and systems from unauthorized alterations. 3. Availability. They ensure your systems and information remain accessible and functional whenever needed. Robust control implementation is crucial to maintaining these fundamental security objectives. Real-world example: firewall rules, preventive control, practical demonstration of firewall blocking. Let's visualize a preventive control with a real-world example: firewall rules. As data packets enter your network, firewall rules analyze each packet against defined criteria, such as source address, destination, or service ports. If a packet violates these rules, the firewall immediately blocks it, preventing potential threats like malware or unauthorized access. This active interception of threats demonstrates the value of preventive controls in maintaining the security of your environment. Design mindset versus checkbox thinking. All right, let's shift from definitions to real design decisions. I'll give you 3 quick scenarios. After each one, decide which control type or concept you would implement first as an architect or engineer. Ready? First question: microsegmentation gateway. Scenario 1: you're designing a new microservices cluster. East-west traffic must be restricted to approved service pairs. Which control do you implement first? 1. Adaptive network ACLs/microsegmentation rules. 2. Daily audit report of traffic flows. 3. Monthly PCI attestation worksheet. Answer is 1. Adaptive network ACLs/microsegmentation rules. Why? They block lateral movement in real time and shape the architecture's trust boundaries, an engineering decision, not a compliance checklist. Second question: container base image vulnerability. Scenario 2: your container scan flags a high-severity OpenSSL vulnerability in the base image. What's your priority action? 1. Patch the base image and rebuild the pipeline. 2. Turn on runtime exploit detection in production. 3. File a waiver for the next compliance audit. Answer is 1. Patch the base image and rebuild. Why? That's a plugin control, eliminating the weakness before deployment. It's cheaper, faster, and leaves no gap for the attacker. Third question: privileged service account sprawl. Scenario 3: you discover dozens of legacy services are still running with domain admin privileges. Which control provides the strongest architectural fix? 1. Implement least privilege RBAC policies and secret rotation. 2. Schedule an annual SOX control walkthrough. 3. Add a new CM alert for privileged logons. Answer is 1. Least privilege RBAC plus secret rotation. Why? Re-architecting the service accounts prevents abuse and embeds security into the system design. Alerts alone are detective, and audits don't change the technical risk posture. Wrap-up line. Notice that in each case, we focused on the engineering move that changes the architecture or code, not the paperwork. That mindset is what separates true cybersecurity architects and engineers from those who merely check the compliance box. Great job thinking like builders and defenders. As we conclude, in this module, we built a foundation for thinking like a true cybersecurity architect, choosing controls that work with the design, not just after the fact. We explored how preventive, detective, and corrective controls fit into ISAUnited's block and plug model, tied them to real-world examples, and saw how to prioritize engineering actions over checkbox compliance. As you move forward, remember, prevention is always cheaper than detection, and detection is only valuable if it leads to timely correction. That's how you build systems that are resilient by design.